what was the transition like from Detroit to out here?
That's what I'm talking about. My transition from Detroit to here, man. I came out here walking, you know. I got dropped off out here, man. I had all my stuff in the storage, man. I'm staying in a hotel for the night, man. It was just showing master hustle. You know, I used what I knew. You know what I'm saying? The shit that held me back, I left it alone. The things that put me in jail, I left those things alone. The things that, you know, had me winning, I did more of that. I always wanted to be, you know, a trendsetter. You know, everybody back home is gangsters and drug dealers and robbers, you know, pimps and all that kind of shit, man. I had to make my own way, create something new, you know. And that's what I did with this thing, man. First of all, in making money, you got to find out what's missing, what people need. You just can't go out there with something and a motherfucker don't need it. You know what I'm saying? I had to find out what was missing, man. What does town need, man? You know what I mean? And I brought my hustle, Mr. Ringtone, down here, man. First, I was doing ringtones 2 for $1, man. That's where it come from. You know, I had to come up with a catchy name. Like when I first got home from jail, man, I didn't have anything. I didn't have no more faith in the streets or nothing like that, man, because them niggas is full of snitch ass motherfuckers, man. At the top is the police. Remember that. You know what I mean? Ain't no let up in the setup, man. And them streets is definitely set up. So when I came home off this last little case I was fighting, man, I refused to fuck with the streets again, man, because the shit let me down. You know what I mean? You gonna have to use what you already have to make it work. Not wait till next check, not wait till this, not wait till that. Whatever you got right here in front of you, make it work. You understand? That's what I did. All I had in front of me was a computer and a Nextel cell phone, man. I said, yo, man, these boys out here buying, you know, ringtones, $2 a piece, out there spending hella money, man. And, you know, they ain't even, you know, they got some real bullshit songs. The selection was garbage, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I know how to, let me find out how to manipulate these phones. I figured it out. So once I mastered that game, I decided to take my hustle on the road. I say, well, let me go holler at all these cell phone shops in my area, and maybe they'll let me sit down in their shop and get money. You know what I'm saying? We split it up some kind of way. So I took my shop on the road, man. Went to all the cell phone shops in the city, man. You know.
Did they show you love?
Nah, not really, because I was still that kind of cat, and I really didn't know how to present my product. But one individual cat, man, he had just opened up a Metro, man. He was a black guy, man. He called me back, and he sat me down in his store, man, and we made some paper. You know what I'm saying? I sat back and I learned a lot from him, man, because he was a black man about his business. You know, he had paper. He knew how to run the business. He taught me how to make sales and shit like that, and not just give away shit. You know what I mean? One thing led to the next with the ringtones. You know, from the ringtones they would say, yo, do you put music on the phone? I said, I can do that. You put movies on the phone? I can do that. You know what I mean? Games or all that, man. It just came up from, can you do that? Okay, well, that's what they looking for. Yeah, I can do that. If I can't do it, I'm going to figure it out. You know what I mean? So that's where all that came from, man. One thing led to the next, but it all came from making $2 for $1 ringtones. You see where I'm at right now, cuz. It all came from making $2 for $1 ringtones, man. I remember there was times I couldn't even afford a nickel bag of funk. You know, I had to borrow $5, man. Those days are over with, man. I'm a master at this shit, man. You know?